So I'm not sure if you shop at Costco or not, but if you do, you may have seen this. This is Manuka Honey, and it's very expensive. The question is, why would you buy it? Why would you eat Manuka Honey? What makes it unique? And if you look online, you'll see that there's a lot of different price ranges of this honey. So what makes it more expensive than the next honey? I'm here to answer all these questions for you today on A Warehouse Chef. Hey friends, my name is George Gianaris. I'm a chef of 35 years, and if you're tuning into this channel, it's probably because you want to learn how to eat healthy, save money, and cook like a pro. If you're going to be purchasing Manuka Honey, I suggest that you buy it for its flavor. As far as its medical value, I recommend you see a doctor or a nutritionist for that. Part of the reason why Manuka Honey is so expensive is because the flower only blossoms for 12 days out of the year, and sometimes in order to harvest it, they have to get to it by helicopter. So Manuka Honey is pretty cost prohibitive. On the low end, it's about $2 an ounce, or roughly $2 for 30 grams. And on the high end, I've seen it for as much as $20 an ounce, bringing it to a whopping $320 a pound, or almost $340 for 500 grams. That's a lot of money for honey. And how do you know you're getting what you're paying for? The New Zealand government has a website called the Unique Manuka Factor, umf.org.nz. And that website will give you lists of manufacturers that they recommend or have certified as growers of Manuka honey, and will also give you a specific rating system that will tell you whether or not your Manuka honey is of good value, if it's worth the money. The higher the UMF factor, the more expensive the Manuka honey is, because it contains very specific chemical compounds that define the quality of the Manuka honey. Now, Manuka honey is interesting in that it does have healing properties. It's used medically all over the world, mostly for healing conditions on the skin. As a matter of fact, what turned me on to Manuka honey when I first became aware of it was a documentary on Netflix where this individual was cleaning out an old pond, and he had come in contact with some ferocious bacteria that caused black lesions to show up all over his body. He went to every medical doctor in Britain, and there was nothing they could do for him. And then finally somebody suggested that he put Manuka honey on his skin, and all the lesions went away. Also, interestingly enough, someone in Denmark had a tumor on their penis. They removed it. Unfortunately, the part they removed would not heal. And what wound up happening was they tried doing plastic surgery and it still wouldn't heal. Finally, the medical doctors in Denmark decided to coat the wound with Manuka honey, and that made it heal. But they're medical professionals, and I took Manuka honey after I watched that documentary years ago. I saw it at Costco, I bought it, I took about a half a teaspoon a day, bought like a 1 pound jar. It lasted me a very long time, about 8-9 months. I didn't see any significant health differences. But what I did really enjoy was the flavor. So if you're gonna have Manuka honey, enjoy it for the flavor. And don't cook it. If you cook Manuka honey, you destroy it. So what I like to do with it, put it on a cheese platter or put it on a salad. If you do want to save money, I recommend you just buy a really good quality raw honey that you enjoy the flavor of. I purchased 4 gallons of this honey from Lancaster, Pennsylvania 21 years ago. This is the last of it. This is raw honey. It's absolutely delicious. When you do purchase honey, I highly recommend that you buy raw honey. I don't highly recommend you eat raw honey unless you know that it doesn't bother you. Especially if you're a kid or you're pregnant, you're not allowed to have this stuff. You'd be very careful. But if you are gonna purchase honey and you are gonna eat honey and you can tolerate it, I recommend that you eat a raw honey because it keeps all of its natural ingredients in its natural state, because when you heat honey up, a lot of the antibiotic properties basically get burned off, they die. So in its raw state, it does have healthier properties. Don't heat it up, don't put it in your tea hot. You're basically gonna destroy it. I really would appreciate it if you tuned into this channel more often and hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I try to answer all of them as much as I can. Thank you for being here. See you again soon.